Remember, there can only be two.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Always Two There Are. Today is going to be our special episode. We've been waiting to do it. We wanted to avoid spoilers. We've been gone from the internet for the longest time. But now we have both seen The Rise of Skywalker. We saw it opening night, pre-screening. I've seen it 5 times. Double R here has seen it.
I've seen it 4 times so far.
4 times, okay. So a total of 9 times. 9 times equals 9 movies. The Skywalker Saga will end today. Here we go.
Oh my.
Okay, so here we go. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Raging Ren here, Double R. What did you think of the movie? What was your overall reaction? Non-spoiler reaction.
Non-spoiler?
Yeah.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I understand the controversy and some of the points.
We shall discuss later.
Yep. But overall, I had a great time. And I've always been a fan of the sequel trilogy. This movie was fantastic for me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there. Maybe not love it, but I love it with every viewing. The first time I had, obviously we all have our expectations or whatever. So when those weren't there, I mean, I still loved, things that happened in the movie. But then after every time I saw it, the emotional moments kept getting to me and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much.
You try to condition yourself to not build up your expectations.
It's impossible,
but it's inevitable.
It's impossible,
especially if you're this deep in canon.
Exactly. Yeah, we know everything. So yeah, so that was cool, but I'm fine with it. I mean, I understand a lot of the controversy, which we'll get into eventually. But right now, that's our overall reaction. Yeah. We are fine with Episode 9.
Both not, at the front of JJ's mansion with pitchforks.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It was a hard task to accomplish, and now it's up. He even he said he doesn't care if people hate it. Like they have a right to hate it because everyone is allowed to like or dislike Star Wars.
You will never make a perfect Star Wars movie.
It's impossible because there's so many different Star Wars fans because it's literally 3 different generations of people.
Yeah.
So and that's what's unique about Star Wars, even though it's also the bad thing about it, I guess.
Yeah. So okay, so let's talk about it.
Yeah. So all right. So spoiler heavy discussion of Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker.
It's just we didn't want to give an initial day of or day after thing.
Yeah.
To let it sink in.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in,
yeah.
And as you said, as the viewings go, you catch a little bit more, and it kind of I don't want to say tweaks your opinion a little more, or it
does. And seeing even I don't really read critic reviews because
I don't either, especially with Star Wars.
Yeah, because they don't know what they're talking about. We do
most of the time. Oh yeah, yeah. I'd rather hear it from a fan than from
exactly. Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So and this has a really good audience score, and the film the critic wise was half, so it was 50% or whatever.
It's funny how flip-flopped it is from The Last Jedi.
Yeah. We'll also talk about that and how some people think that, JJ kind of threw away The Last Jedi.
Retcon.
But he didn't because Ryan threw away The Last Jedi in the end of The Last Jedi. With Luke becoming, a Jedi again. Because most of the things in Last Jedi were solved at the end of Last Jedi.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Okay. So what's some of your key points, Double R, here?
I guess the real thing stood out to me was the completion of Rey's story. If it even is the completion of Rey's story. Just her...
Hopefully.
her finishing... Yeah, her story arc, basically. Even since the beginning, I've been a fan of Rey's character. Everybody knows that. But I feel like this was her movie.
Yeah, it was.
And I told you this too after the first viewing. I'm Finn's best performance was probably The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I think Kylo did his best performance.
In 8.
In 8?
Yeah.
And then I think Rey, obviously she had the most screen time.
And also Poe. Poe's in this movie a lot, too.
Poe, too, yeah.
Because Poe is the lead now.
Probably more than both those movies, both 7 and 8 combined.
Exactly.
But, I really appreciated just how they took it on. Like, I'm fine with almost all the decisions that JJ made regarding that character.
Yeah.
And yeah, she really stood out for me. Even Kylo Ren, his arc, his Ren to Ben arc stood out to me and everybody. But yeah, the two main protagonists for me.
Reylo squad.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Mustafar.
The opening shot.
Because so when we first saw that, as many people, I've watched a lot of videos, reactions, podcasts.
Yep.
It looks like Mustafar. The planet looks exactly like Mustafar.
From far away, from the aerial shot.
Yeah, and I was nudging you in the theater.
Yeah.
That's Mustafar.
Yeah.
And then you see it, like him, just like wrecking shop on the planet, and it doesn't look like Mustafar. It's just like trees with like, I guess that was supposed to be ash, or like, I think
sulfur or
it's
something.
fertile soil.
Yeah.
From the visual dictionary.
Yeah.
It's like called the Korvax Fen or something.
Which is supposedly the area of Mustafar where Vader's castle was built.
Yeah.
So when we find out why Kylo's there, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
He's going after the one of two Sith Wayfinders, Vader's Wayfinder.
His ancestor's Wayfinder.
Yeah.
Which then Rey goes for her ancestor.
Which we'll talk about that, which
we'll get to that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's not something that's like right in your face, like, oh, that's Mustafar. It's not like,
I mean, the planet was like that looked exactly like Mustafar.
Yeah.
Like, just as a lava planet.
So we found that out the next day.
Yeah.
I bought the visual guide or the visual dictionary for the movie, and I think like the third or fourth page, it has all the planets from the movie. And I'm like, oh,
right
okay, Exegol, Asian Claus, Pasana, Mustafar, Mustafar. And then I turned the page again, and it's like 2 whole pages of dedicated to Mustafar.
I texted him, like, before I knew that he bought the visual dictionary, I texted him, that planet at the beginning should have been Mustafar, because at that point I thought it wasn't Mustafar because it didn't look like it was, like, on the planet.
Yeah.
It should have been Mustafar. It should have been Vader's castle, and because Vader was the only other Sith, he should have had the other Wayfinder. It should have been his, like, castle remains, because we didn't see that. But it technically was. It was. It's Vader's castle's remains. Kylo goes there to get the Sith Wayfinder, and then he FaceTimed me, and...
Yeah, I'm like,
showed me Mustafar.
Funny you should mention that.
And I was freaking out. I was like, this is amazing. This makes the movie 10 times better. We're obsessed with Mustafar.
We're big into Vader's story and Mustafar and the fall and then the rise and then the castle building and all that. But yeah, just to have his grandson like there.
We always wanted that.
We did always wanted that. We like are probably like one of the wildest predictions was that was where he was set up on Mustafar.
Yeah. As like base.
As his quarters or whatever, because for the past, year or so, the past year in between 8, he's been looking for Sith artifacts.
Yeah.
It just turns out he's looking for this Wayfinder, or if he's looking for the Wayfinder, because I don't know when Palpatine's message comes out.
Yeah.
I
think he might just be looking for Sith artifacts because he's kind of obsessed, even though he said he wants to kill the Sith, but I guess not anymore.
Well, no.
He still does. He wants to kill Palpatine.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why he found the Wayfinder, and that's why it led him to, he's trying to keep his throne.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And also we'll talk about the Palpatine's entrance into this movie, and just Palpatine in this movie, I had no problem with. I think they did a really good job. You don't need to know all the answers right now.
We'll know them eventually.
We'll know them eventually.
For the regular moviegoers, they're not going to care.
No.
For the regular, even the fans of Star Wars who just watch the movies, they're not going to care how he's back. Oh, cloning from the movies. Okay, maybe is that a clone body of Palpatine? We don't know. Maybe they could have explained that more, but it would have taken out more time. I still could have used more time in this movie because I just didn't want it to end.
Yeah, as with all Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
But I had no problem that Palpatine has been on Exegol for who knows how long. Yeah. If, he was resurrected by somebody, or if, the dark side of the Force is maybe just a pathway in many abilities. Some would consider it being unnatural.
Directly from Revenge of the Sith.
Awesome.
So awesome. Right in like the first minute of the movie. You're like,
That and
okay.
do it like all right, JJ. All
okay.
right.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Very
But
little in this movie, but I'll take it.
I really like how, like every scene with Palpatine.
He's so good. Ian is so good.
Well, yeah, not just that, but even like the sounds, the environment.
Yeah.
Like you never see him fully.
Yeah.
It's always and the strobe light.
Yeah. Well,
And
the beginning, it's really just like a close up, like of like you see the kind of the robe in the beginning, but then like just a close up on his face for the rest of the movie until, you know, at the end.
Yep. I enjoyed that. That's probably like one of the more interesting things that I'd like to learn more about.
Undead Sheev.
Undead
Sheev Palpatine.
And the whole Sith Eternal cult.
But it's been hinting, like, every canon novel, pretty much, has, like, been talking about the Unknown Regions.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something going on in the Unknown Regions. Yeah. The Emperor wants Thrawn for the Unknown Regions. He wants to learn more about the Unknown Regions. Why? Because he's fearing that he's, you know, he could die, and then that would be his contingency plan, which it is.
Yeah.
And I also... let's get into Palpatine's plan now.
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, we could talk about the end of the movie. It doesn't matter.
No.
So, but his plan, because people are complaining about his, like, what his plan truly was, because he's telling Kylo that he wants Rey to be killed. He made Snoke, and then, like, but in the visual dictionary, it says that Snoke was Kylo's final test. So when he kills Snoke, like, he's, like, doing that Sith legacy, even though Snoke's not a Sith, Kylo's not a Sith.
Yeah.
Palpatine still wants him to kill Snoke.
Yep.
So he succeeds in that way, and then he's like, okay, maybe this guy is ready for, you know, my fleet.
Snoke was always just a tool for Palpatine.
Yeah, exactly.
A tool to get Ben Solo to the dark side.
Yeah.
Which worked, but obviously Palpatine's always pulling the strings.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that. Like in the beginning of really his goal is obviously right now he's not strong enough to. I mean, yeah, he's got his whole army with him, but him personally, like someone. Like, Kylo finally found him, and in the beginning of the movie...
He could probably strike him down.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But he doesn't tell him the Rey thing.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, he wants Kylo to kill Rey. Once Kylo kills Rey, you know, the fleet is his, and he will be the true Sith. And so Kylo's like, all right.
And so, like, whether or not that's, like, he wants that...
Yeah.
Because, you know, he eventually doesn't kill Rey.
You never know, but, like... because you never know with Palpatine, but then again, like, the Princess of Alderaan foiled his plans.
Yeah.
So when Kylo, you know, is redeemed as Ben Solo, then, you know, okay, let me try it with Rey.
Yeah.
You know, she's already got the Palpatine blood. Kylo already told her.
Yeah. So that's what I'm, like, trying to figure out. Like, did Palpatine shift, or, like, did he actually really always want Rey alive and just pushing Kylo to, like, kill her?
Yeah.
Like, quote-unquote, kill her. Really, like, he knew Kylo wasn't going to kill her. He knew that Kylo was going to push Rey for her to be pushed to Exegol.
That's it.
So she could be there. I think that's it.
That's it, because he wanted her taken from Jakku, brought to him alive.
Years ago.
He says that.
Yeah.
He says that.
And Poe and Finn figured that out with Dio. So that's really, like, all this time, Palpatine has wanted Rey alive, even though he's telling Kylo, because Kylo's not going to do it. He knows that.
Yeah.
So
she was always supposed to be the Empress.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. That's at least my headcanon. But it makes the most sense, because Palpatine is very manipulative, and, like, there's no way he'd be changing his plans all the time. Like, that is his plan. He wants Rey.
Yep.
His ultimate goal is want Rey to be Empress, because he knows that there's really nothing left for his body.
Right.
It's until the end that he doesn't know they're a dyad.
Yeah.
Kylo says that. And even when Palpatine sucks it in, he's like, oh, a dyad in the Force.
Yeah. Haven't been seen for generations.
Yeah.
I don't need either of these.
Yeah.
Let me resurrect myself.
Yeah, in that moment he realizes, oh, I don't need Rey to be Empress. Yeah. I'm coming back. I'm coming back alive.
The one true Emperor.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
drop the bass.
Yeah, so that's Palpatine's plan, if anyone was confused. At least according to us.
No, it's pretty much confirmed, to be honest.
Confirmed,
especially the Rey part.
Yeah.
Because why else would he want her off Jakku?
Exactly.
Like her parents hid her from Palpatine. Which again, that line of you know, my parents were strong or whatever, like they hid me from you or something like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wanted her alive. He wanted her brought, Ochi was tasked with bringing her to Exegol, and when she was hid by her parents, and her parents ended up dying because of that.
Yeah.
So
I saw a tweet though. It was like, why didn't Ochi just go search Jakku again after the mom insisted that she wasn't on Jakku?
Unkar plot, no.
Did he look out the window and see like a small girl screaming at the ship?
Well, so she was on.
No, come back!
Just lay waste to all of Jakku.
Yeah.
She So the parents both died on the ship, right?
Yeah.
On his ship.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So okay.
With the dagger.
Yeah. Yeah. And also like when she picks up the dagger, like terrible things have
happened with this. Yeah, your parents were killed with it. Yeah. Little do you know yet.
Yeah. Oof. But yeah. So what else about Palpatine?
His yellow eyes.
So
I guess we could talk about his resurrection.
His resurrection.
Yeah.
I really like that. Palpatine, like, is super Revenge of the Sith Palpatine.
Oh, yeah.
Revenge of the Sith.
That's my favorite Palpatine. Even though people say he makes weird faces, which he does. Granted, he does, and makes weird noises too. He is the best. Like,
the boy's burnt. Okay.
Like, he's not even acting. He's just a psychopath. Like, he is the Emperor.
Yep.
He's so good, and like he channels that. Like he's not Return of the Jedi Emperor. He is Revenge of the Sith. Like Return of the Sith.
Yeah.
Emperor Palpatine.
Big Sith.
Darth Sidious coming back.
I am all the Sith. All the Sith are inside me.
Papa Palpatine.
Papa Palpatine, Puppet Master Sheev, whatever you want to call it.
He really is Papa Palpatine. Grandpapa Palpatine.
Grandpapa Palpatine, yep.
So, and his robes too, it's not just black. Like he's got red inside.
Yeah, so he's got the maroon robes,
yeah.
And he's got his fancy belt.
And the belt kind of looks like Vader's chest plate with the buttons on it. Like 3 gray and 1 red. So that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that. Whatever, Force ability he was able to make his own suit as he resurrects.
He had one in the spare.
Yeah, like I love that, because I loved that his outfit in Revenge of the Sith that was, just for like half a second when he was talking to the Senate.
Yeah.
So I really like the maroon on him. Which also brings me to he had his own little mini Senate down there, his own little Sith Senate.
All the Sith like cultists and
who were like chanting as like the ritual begins or whatever, which I found very creepy, especially when Rey looked over and saw everybody like in robes in the stands. Like I'm thinking to myself, are they all going to whip out red lightsabers and we're going to have a battle royale? What is about to happen?
I wish.
But
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm fine with how Palpatine came back.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about at the end of him later.
Excuse me.
Bless you, Double R.
Go on.
And I guess we could transfer or transition to Rey.
Yeah.
Being
a Palpatine.
A bloodline of that sort.
So, yeah.
I'm fine with... So, I knew the theories of Rey Palpatine. I could see it. I didn't... Like, I heard it was, like, rumored.
I heard it since 7. Yeah. And I've watched the videos. And, I was always down for it.
It makes sense. I mean, yeah, I guess it's a coincidence that, like, everything happened on Jakku and she just happens to be a Palpatine. But, like, who knows? Maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe maybe Leia knew she was there. Since she knew she was a Palpatine, maybe Leia knew where she was.
Exactly.
And that's why... Or Lore Santeca knew, or Luke knew, and that's why Lore Santeca was on Jakku.
So when did the Emperor start taking interest in Jakku?
Before Empire's End.
Before Empire's End.
Like, long before... I think it was, like, before the Clone Wars.
Before the Clone Wars,
because that's where
one of the
Gallius Rax is on.
True.
He's on Jakku.
Right. So, yeah, it could have meaning.
Yeah.
It's just, like... A lot of things are focused around Jakku.
Yeah.
But again, we've talked about it just being, how the Force wills it.
Yeah. And I get people's complaints that, like, her not being a Rey Palpatine, like her being a Rey nobody.
Yeah.
But also, you can't come into the movie already thinking that. Even though Last Jedi told you that.
Yeah.
It's Kylo telling you that. Like, Kylo doesn't know anything.
Come on now. Very if not manipulative, like... He's got goals in The Last Jedi.
And technically, he was right. The parents were nobody.
Yeah. He said to her, I never lied to you.
Yeah.
His parents were
And it's a workaround, but...
Still.
It's still a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But Kylo wanted Rey to see... Well, And again, Kylo didn't know the whole story during The Last Jedi.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
He finds out, in the beginning of this one.
Right. So, which
I want to know how, like, Kylo finds out that they're actually a dyad in the Force. Like, did he kind of realize that maybe like in Last Jedi because of their connection? Like,
I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe because, like...
But so
he's got that revelation.
It's weird. I don't know.
Snoke gives him that, like, oh, snap moment of, I've been the one bridging your minds.
Yeah.
And then, then Palpatine tells him, no, I made Snoke. So maybe sometime around there, he's like, well, if I thought that Snoke was playing with me and it ends up being Palpatine, just effing with me this whole time.
Yeah.
Like, what's really going on between me and Rey, And
also, the Force transfer things.
The Force...
whether, that kind of... That happened in Last Jedi with the droplet of water from, Ahch-To.
Yeah.
And then, to his ship. But...
You're talking about the bonds?
Yeah, the bonds.
Okay.
Which then we could transition to the Force stuff in this movie.
That are bumped
which
up,
is really, it's awesome. I love the Force stuff. I mean, with the Force, I don't have, like, I don't care that midi-chlorians exist. They exist. They're canon. Deal with it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like...
Never bothered me.
Yeah, it's
and just
some people are Force sensitive, some are not. Like,
yeah.
How are you gonna explain that? There must be a scientific method. I mean,
just that every person, just that every person, or not every person, every movie, like, expands on this Force abilities
and they can
stuff like that.
Yeah. So the Force healing,
of course, it does,
is awesome, and then the Force, what do they call it? Force FedEx, with Force Skype.
What, like now actually being
stuff.
able to
transfer stuff to
yeah.
the Force.
I think that's just their bond that's grown.
I think it is point. Too, because did we see it anywhere else? Like, it's really just those two transferring stuff.
It's really just those two.
So it could be like a dyad in the Force thing.
It could be a dyad in the Force thing. It could be that Rey is now much more powerful than she was in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And that their Force bond took it a step further.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kylo schwacks the necklace off of her neck.
Yeah.
And we're all just like, oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
that's how they find out that she's on Pisana.
And then the Kijimi fight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love the way it's shot,
the
too.
transitions. Yeah.
So cool.
Very
She
cool.
cuts the vase and the red spills out onto the ship, and then I mean, the only thing, how does he not see the dagger in her hand?
So yeah, I was thinking about that too.
I guess he can only see her
me.
her torso and up, maybe, or maybe he can't see her other hand or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or he's just not paying attention to that because he wasn't paying attention to the Luke carrying Anakin's lightsaber in Last Jedi.
That or what if this is kind of like that too. But I still think the Last Jedi thing is just him completely blinded by his rage.
That's what I'm saying. He could be blinded by Rey's presence, in this Force thing, that he's not looking at her other hand, which he's holding.
Exactly. Either that or somebody else recovered the stuff off Chewie and,
That's true. He doesn't
know
that
it's on the ship. They just put him in Kylo's quarters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because he sees the Vader mask and then he's like, so that's where you are.
Yeah, my quarters.
Yeah.
Locked on my ship. I love Kylo in this movie. He's great.
I love him. And
the
Adam Driver
awesome.
Again brought his A game.
Yeah.
Not that I ever doubted it, but Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley,
he proves it even more with no words.
Seriously, seriously. John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, they're all so great.
I think this might be the best acted Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
I think it is. I really do think it is.
I do too, to be honest.
And it's the most emotional episode.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it really is. I didn't cry. I don't think I've cried during any Star Wars movie.
I don't think I have either. Other than maybe Revenge of the Sith, back then. There's some points in Sith, but I
always feel if I watched Revenge of the Sith for the first time now, being this not like a casual viewing, then it would hit me
and
harder.
After you watch Clone Wars, because you have to get that,
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the way things are done, when he says "Dad,"
just the delivery, and then
so good.
Yeah. The whole Leia and Lando, and then Poe just crying over Leia's bed, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac too. I thought he had some great moments in this. On top of in the middle of the battle too, when he's just my friends, I'm sorry. I thought we could win this, it's really sad because this movie is the end game. It's life or death.
Yeah.
Like if the Sith fleet, makes their jumps to hyperspace, literally every planet that Palpatine wants.
We saw the trailer. We saw that shot of Kijimi exploding.
Will be destroyed.
And we thought that I was like, oh, maybe the ship looks like a small explosion. Like, I don't really want planet-killing things.
Yeah.
But if Palpatine's back,
he wants.
That's his
thing.
That's been his shtick the whole time.
Literally just so casual. Like, find a place they like and just lay waste to it.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. So
I thought when he originally said it, like, find a place they know. I'm like, the fans or like the audience or like. Are you going to blow up Coruscant right now? Because I'm not about that. The lack of prequel planets in this movie.
Blow up Caden Amoria. That'd be fine by me.
Yeah, Mon Cala, actually.
Mon Cala? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the Force stuff. And then let's talk about, I guess, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Connection.
Yeah.
People are saying that it's, trashing on Last Jedi, which literally JJ said himself he's not, because in Last Jedi Luke turns at the end. He's a Jedi again, and he's the Last Jedi, or he won't be the Last Jedi. And then in this movie, when Rey tosses the lightsaber in the fire and he catches it, and he's like, a Jedi weapon deserves more respect. He's saying that not to disrespect Last Jedi. Yeah. He would have said that at the end of Last Jedi, the movie.
Yes.
Like,
Ryan
did you watch The Last Jedi?
Exactly. Luke went through this whole, story.
He had an arc. Like, some people don't agree with the arc, which is fine. I get that. But you can't say that, like, that he said that because he's just trashing on Last Jedi. No, the Luke in the end of Last Jedi would have said the exact same thing.
Yeah, watch the story. He realized, he was wrong, and, that's that.
And that's why Rey's there. She wants to,
So also with Luke, I like the whole. I think that Luke did not find out that Rey was a Palpatine until he became one with the Force.
Yeah.
And then somehow
I feel like Leia has always known, though, because the way she like hugs her on the Falcon, or like before she goes to find. It's like they know each other. So like she wants to take care of her because she knows that she's a descendant of this darkness.
Yeah, I like that, and I think I'm okay with Leia knowing that before Luke even did.
Yeah, and because she's not in contact with Luke.
Yeah. So when Luke comes back to the Force, or either Luke passes and Leia, shares that with him, makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Leia knew it too. I like that.
I don't see Luke in his mind in the Last Jedi, like in the beginning of Last Jedi, training a Rey Palpatine. Like, that's impossible.
No.
Even if he's telling
people can make the argument
Jedi to end.
Yeah.
Like that's not he wouldn't do that.
But exactly. Like, people can make the argument like that's why he was hesitant, but no, I think he was salty in the Last Jedi because he felt like his student betrayed him and burned down everything that he he was trying to build, which is super understandable. I don't know what people are tripping on about The Last Jedi or what they're missing, because if somebody burned down my temple, my student, my, quote-unquote prized possession, family, I would go into exile too.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that, and I really like the whole Luke coming back as a Force ghost.
I didn't think we'd go on Octu in this movie.
Yeah, I know.
That's cool.
Not like a but like a Episode 6 Obi-Wan Force ghost.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like a Last Jedi Yoda Force ghost.
Yeah, so he's like, because he just died, so he's not like.
I like that.
Real looking like Yoda. Like Yoda in Last Jedi is like fully formed.
Yep.
And even then the certain point of view thing, Obi-Wan says he sees Qui-Gon like the most real form he's ever been.
Yeah.
It's like
awesome.
Just the longer you've been as a Force ghost, the more
defined you are.
Yeah.
And
less transparent, like physically transparent you're gonna be, because you could see Rey like through Luke in this movie.
Yep.
Like it's so cool. I don't know did they do that in Return of the Jedi with Ben? They might have. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think they did.
Just I don't know. Maybe can you see the log that he sits on?
Maybe. I don't know.
Like that's something I'd have to look at again too.
I think so. I don't remember.
I like the whole Octo scene. Rey rocking her hood. She's got that on the whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
And the reveal of Leia's lightsaber.
Yeah.
And then the flashback.
Yeah. I thought there was gonna be Luke's lightsaber, but when he said my sister has something for you,
I guess
I was like, oh, okay, this is interesting.
Has she been holding on to it? Like, why would Leia? But
where is that green saber though?
Where is that green saber is the question. Maybe we'll find out in Rise of Kylo Ren.
I mean, literally anything is possible now because the trilogy's over. They can give us all the information. They can confirm that Starkiller Base is Ilum. Thankfully, finally.
Yep.
I don't know why they waited this long, but they did.
Which and I like that. At least to me, this movie gave me more answers than questions. Yeah. Even though it did give me questions, but it answered more.
The questions weren't that important. I mean, they're going to be interesting stories, definitely. Like, you know, was Sheev's son Force sensitive? Yeah. Maybe it skipped a generation. Maybe that's why he didn't want to do that. Or maybe he was Force sensitive and he didn't want to tap into the Force because he knew his father was the Emperor.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about everything that happened on Kefbur, which is one of the moons of the Endor system.
Okay. Do you want to...
Let's start with Dark Ray.
Dark Ray?
Or, the dagger. She finds the dagger on the Bestoon Legacy, which is the ship, Ochi's ship, from Pisana.
I would... side note, I'd like to...
Let's talk about Pisana.
Yeah,
actually.
Let's talk about Pisana.
Let's talk about Pisana. Okay. Backtrack 1 second. Pisana, her using the Sith Lightning to destroy the transport.
Yeah.
I knew, like... It got me for a second because I was like... Because of Daisy Ridley's performance. Yeah. Her screaming out Chewie and then saying it again. Yeah. I was like, is he really dead? But then I was like, what about them fighting on the Star Destroyer that I saw in the trailers? So I knew it was going to come later.
Yeah, that did not even come into my head. I think I was just...
For a split second, she sold me on his death.
I was so... Yeah, again, fantastic performance by Daisy Ridley, especially in that scene.
Yeah, her best movie.
But, like... I think I was just so set back.
I was shocked.
I was shocked. Yeah,
shocked. Shocked.
So
were they. Maybe a little too much.
Rip everyone on that first order transport. But it's the force pull, the force tug of war.
Great.
That was in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
Just bumped up.
This movie ignores Last Jedi, bro. It's Last Jedi times 10. Like
I love that. When Rey's bringing down, and like at first I'm like, so she grabs onto the ship and she's bringing it down
straight up Star Killer.
Oh my god, yeah! I'm like, first of all, wow.
I was like, okay, please, oh god, the internet is gonna explode if they don't explain her power.
Yeah.
So I was relieved. Like I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that's another reason why it explains the Palpatine thing. Even though like we've talked about Rey and why she's so powerful, like this movie goes above and beyond.
Oh yeah, if she wasn't, she'd be a Mary Sue in this movie. If she wasn't, a Palpatine.
So, and also, I'd love to know how Kylo survived that TIE crash because the thing did like,
I think he
50 spins and then exploded.
He ejects out maybe like before it
No,
spins.
we saw him get out of the cockpit. I'm pretty sure we saw him crawl out.
Well, yeah. So maybe I don't know.
Okay, either way,
he's Kylo Ren.
He's Kylo Ren. I know. He probably like wrapped his cape around him like a cocoon, and then like it took every impact.
Wait, I think somewhere it says his cape is like fire retardant or something.
Yeah, either that or electro something with electrostatic or something like that.
Like
either way, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but so like, I love the whole force tug of war again with the ship, and just Kylo like, especially telling her like, I needed to push you in the desert.
Yeah, I needed to see.
Because I needed to see it for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Confirm what Palpatine said.
And what a way.
That matches.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Me too. And then Rey gets back to the ship and she's just like, Finn, I haven't told you everything.
Yeah.
I've had this vision of me and Kylo on the throne.
Which would be sick.
Dark
Ray and Kylo? Oh, man. Give me a what-if comic with that.
Okay, so let's go to Kefbur and let's go to Dark Ray.
Yeah. Dark Ray.
Yeah.
So they get on with the dagger. They use the thing with the thing. Whether that dagger was made after the Death Star explodes, who knows? Whatever. It would make sense. It had to be. Or like it was prophesized that... No, it was made after. Whatever.
No, it had to have been.
So she gets in the throne room.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Yep.
The Return of the Jedi throne room
Scavengers
music
are
plays.
way up.
Scavengers are way up. And right when she walked in that room, I was like, this is dark, right? It's a vision. God,
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Listen, I knew it was a vision all along.
Yeah, I just didn't want it to be because they showed it to us.
I know.
It didn't
That's
show
the
it to
one
us.
thing. I wish they never showed it to us.
They didn't need to because it
would.
was like that one shot. Like people would have seen the movie anyway.
Yes, but the internet exploded.
Yeah, it did. But you also could have shown, I don't know, something else.
Yeah.
There was a lot of cool moments in this that the internet
True.
could have exploded on.
True.
I mean, that, is probably the least important story-wise in the movie, so that's probably why they chose it.
Yeah.
But Dark Ray, she's attractive.
She's very attractive. Ray's attractive. Dark Ray.
Sorry, Ray. I'm so sorry.
But
I gotta go for Papa Palpatine on this one.
It was a sick fight. It
Yeah.
really was.
For 2 seconds, but
It was a very short fight.
but it's cool.
But and I love the. Well, yeah, she
Clamps the
clamps
sabers.
her lightsaber around the Skywalker saber, and then
didn't-
gets close to Ray's face and just like with the teeth and
Yeah,
everything,
it's like
awesome.
clown. It
Yeah,
scares her.
just like a scare bite, and she falls, and then the Wayfinder falls, and then your boy Kylo is
perfect.
right there to pick it up.
So awesome.
Yeah.
This movie moves so fast.
It really does.
There's like a couple like small conversations where it could be wasted, but even those are developing those characters. Like, that's why I love it, because I don't like sitting in a boring Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
No, of course.
give me stuff. Like, I'm sitting down for 2 hours to watch a movie. I'm not sitting down to, I'm gonna watch an action scene and then like take a break. I need to breathe. It's a movie.
Yeah.
You're not like running around. Calm down, people. Jesus.
I don't think it's messy, to be honest. Like it slows down, especially on Kijimi.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like it slows
Yeah,
down.
exactly. With like the small character, like Finn talking to Janna,
Yeah.
Poe talking to Zori, and even those are important, so you can like listen to them. But
Exactly. It's all got sprinkle of their action in too, but
I just love the fast pace.
Yeah.
Of it. Like I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Why do I have to stop? It's a Star Wars movie. You shouldn't be able to stop.
Yeah.
You're in
Oh,
hyperspace. This is the Skywalker Saga. This is the end of the Skywalker Saga.
This
You
is
shouldn't
the
be,
end game.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
It should be the last
Stop it.
hour of Endgame, the whole movie.
But I have to catch my breath. Oh.
Did you actually hear that?
Yeah, on Twitter. Oh, this movie couldn't let me breathe.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Just
Anyway.
Anyway.
This world. Anyway. So,
my second or third viewing, it really that Kylo's line once he picks up the Wayfinder really just got me. He said
trying to prove to my mother.
he said
something, right?
look at yourself.
Yeah.
You wanted to prove to my mother that you're a Jedi, but
Yeah.
you become something else.
Why do you know that? Okay.
Of course I know. It's me.
It's me.
And then he's like, you can't go back to her now.
Like,
Just like I can.
oh my god! And that's
And
just
he
foreshadowing.
he
it.
chokes up
He
as
does.
he's saying
he does.
that.
Just like he wants to go back to his mom.
It's just, and it's perfect too, because yeah, like after Ray found out about being the granddaughter of Palpatine, it's kind of taken her off track, and she's kind of, I don't even want to say, well, yeah, letting her emotions just like dictate.
I mean, she
But
literally
she's very determined.
ignites the lightsaber, and then he kind of just shrugs and like
Yeah.
puts the Wayfinder on, like
what are you
resting on his knee, like,
What
come
are
on,
you doing?
Come
Yeah.
on, can't we just like kiss already? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and I love that the fight, the lightsaber battle, like at least most of it is, especially towards the end, is really just Kylo defending
Yeah,
himself.
and even in the beginning, like he doesn't ignite his lightsaber. He's literally just defending her. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Ray.
Yeah.
I know you're mad at me. Whatever. Okay, come on. I'm just waiting for you to like tire yourself out,
Awesome.
so I can like kidnap you and put you on my ship, and then
Yeah.
go to Exegol together and kill
Yeah.
Palpatine.
We don't have a second seat, but you can sit on my lap. But
That would have gotten some good reviews. So yeah, he crushes it, and then they start fighting, and then he takes out his lightsaber, and then Dorothy taps his heels together and jumps.
Here we go, yeah.
And she jumps. Her casual saber flips though, like that's
Oh.
awesome.
my God,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. The fight was it's very intense.
It is very intense. I really enjoyed that whole fight.
Yeah.
And just the sounds and how it
Yeah.
was shot.
No music,
They
just the
didn't dub
waves.
it with music.
Yeah.
It was waves. It was lightsaber clashes, and it was like you felt the force push and all that.
And you could hear the the vum of the saber when they're forcing the sabers and stopping it.
I really like that.
You can see it, like it's like forcing it back. The
yeah,
color.
it's kind of stretched out.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I really like that. I really liked Rey
backflipping.
Well, yeah, backflipping, but before that, how she just sends a force push, knocks Finn.
Yeah.
Her
scream kills me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So good.
That was pretty intense.
And then when Finn is like talking to Janna or like looking at Janna, no, yeah, he's talking to her. You could see the lightsabers fighting in the background, which is the coolest thing ever. Yeah, it's so cool.
But so like at the end though, are they so far apart that they didn't know that Rey left and that Kylo's still there? I'm pretty sure because Finn doesn't know where Rey went.
Yeah,
or that Rey was.
Well, it's because at the end of the fight he sees
the tie leave.
The tie leave. So I don't know if he knows that's Rey. Maybe he feels that it's Rey because Finn is force sensitive, by the way.
Maybe they both left. Maybe he feels that they both left.
Yeah. Whether I don't know. Maybe Kylo jumped back in the Death Star and found a TIE fighter, and that's how he gets on Exegol. But
that is most likely.
Yeah. But or they saw each other. And, oh, hey, Kylo.
Yeah. No, it's Ben now.
Hey, traitor. Yeah. Sorry about your back.
Yeah, sorry about the forest.
Sorry about the jacket.
But
that'll come out in like a one-issue comic. Like, oh no, they actually talk. That's canon now.
Oh my god.
Luke and Vader actually clashed sabers before they clashed sabers on Bespin. That's canon now. That's canon. That's not a joke. That actually.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I thought you were talking about like Rey before. I'm like, yeah, no, it's
yeah. No.
But the fight, everything I wanted. I was very happy with it.
Like Leia dies and it breaks them. It breaks their fight and like.
So.
That's the most emotional segment of the movie.
It really is.
It's like Leia dying, Chewie's reaction to Leia dying, which got my mom.
Yeah.
Like just like. Oh man.
So Leia calls out one more cry to Ben, or maybe it's the first time she's ever tried to get to Ben through the Force.
I'm thinking it is.
Just like Luke, just like she was able to with Luke.
Yeah.
Ben.
It's probably the first time he's heard his mom. In 7 years, 6 years.
So
7.
He stops in his tracks and he just freezes. And whether Rey is just so blinded by her anger, or she just doesn't know what's going on, and she just puts a saber right into his gut.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's
that. Either way,
she's feeling because Leia's calling to Ben, so only Ben can hear that.
Yeah.
So Rey doesn't hear this, so Rey doesn't know until then Leia dies, and then she's like, and that's after the stab, and then that brings her back to the light, because Rey's going full dark right there. She takes the saber, stabs him right in the gut.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Leia, and then Kylo's just he looks like he has lost everything.
Defeated.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Adam Driver. Give this man an Oscar.
I know.
Just give it for Rise of Skywalker, not even Marriage Story.
I've been insane.
He's so good. So yeah, he's great.
So like he drops and then the force healing comes back.
Yeah.
And
in the water splashing on them, cleansing them.
Yes. She heals his scar.
Yeah. Yep.
She heals the mark that she gave him. And then it just breaks your heart. I wanted to take your hand. Ben's hand. But just oh my god, everything that's perfect.
Still speechless. Ben is still speechless. And then just the shot of him like standing on the Death Star, like after like Chewie's reaction to Leia, like we go back there, he's just standing there with the lightsaber in his hand.
Yeah.
Just looking out.
Yeah.
Like, what now? And then, hey kid. This is where the waterworks came at. I was bawling so hard.
I know, I was right next to you.
Okay. Damn. Anyway, so you saw me.
I heard you.
But okay, maybe. Yeah.
No,
anyway.
No, I heard you.
My tear streaks were all the way down to my neck. Anyway.
I was completely choked up too.
Han Solo scene, probably the best scene.
It was one of the best. Definitely the most definitely the most emotional, but like it's Kylo's memory, but like it's his father talking to him. It's so good,
emotional. Like even if it's not actually Han, like
it's
the fact that like Ben is back, like he's talking to his dad, And then when he says dad and can't muster the word, he can't say the words, and Han's like, I know.
Yeah.
I know you love me. I know you're sorry.
Yep.
Call back to Empire with Leia and Han. Solo's tragic.
It's perfect. Like, chucks his lightsaber, and then it's like he turns around and it's just like his face, like you could tell he's looking for his dad's approval.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I saw. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's like, Dad,
Yeah, Dad, I did it. I'm gone. Ben Solo's reborn.
Ben is back, baby.
For a short moment.
For a short moment.
2 hours later.
Oh man.
Okay, so
all the Relos just tuned out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, okay, so we talked about Octo. Exegol, she gets the X-Wing back. Luke calling up the X-Wing,
which is awesome.
Which
just
is
like
awesome.
Yoda did.
Empire.
The hand gesture and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rey flying Red 5. Yeah. Awesome. With the helmet.
With the helmet too. I think I was watching it with my dad. He was like, "Oh man!" This movie got to my dad, and he watched The New Hope probably like 30 times because he worked at like a stereo store back then. But just all the callbacks, like it was the ultimate Star Wars, and for people who don't think that, and, sucks for you. Yeah,
I really do feel bad for you.
It's because they're not like coming in as
Yeah.
They're coming in with their preconceived notions and expectations, and if you don't like it, you're obviously gonna try your hardest to try to pick at it and take the things out and they did that. That's why terrible script.
I feel bad for that, and I feel bad for the naive people who are gonna believe that.
Yeah, exactly, and it's bad for them. Like, you're spreading this stupid nonsense. Like, even if they did like do stuff that you don't agree with, you shouldn't be spreading it to people who are not intelligent or like not intelligent enough, or not like there's so many kids out there who read what they see on the internet and they believe it. I'm not gonna go see this movie. They said this loser said it was terrible. I'm not gonna go see it.
Yeah.
So
it's sad.
Like, people need to form their own opinions and don't need to rely on everyone else to. I mean, I listen to other people's reviews and podcasts to see where everyone is coming from. But that's not going to influence my own opinion. It's not going to change it. It might change it like a little bit, but it's not going to... It's crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Scrolling through Twitter, though, to see the super extreme views of this movie is just... Yeah, just don't. Like, I've had to unfollow so many people that just, like, hardcore... And, like, I'm a fan of Reylo. You're a fan of Reylo. A lot of Reylos... obviously love this movie up till a point, and then it's the worst movie ever in history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand that, and I understand your viewpoints, but holy cow! Like, some of the stuff, I don't want to get into that, but some of the stuff I've seen, holy cow!
And like, it's just weird that like
it's so weird. It's like The Last Jedi got backlash. This movie got backlash. It's just, hey, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. You either like it or you don't like it.
Opposite sides of the spectrum.
Yeah. Whatever. You're not going to please everybody. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great fit, a great ending to to the saga.
Yeah. And we'll get to the ending later. We'll talk about like, did that deserve to happen or whatever. Yeah. But I guess we could just go to Exegol right now.
Yeah. Rey on
Exegol. I love the lightning scream sounds.
Yeah, very cool.
So cool.
Very cool. Very creepy.
Yeah.
Finally, or Palpatine's line of finally my granddaughter has come home.
My grandchild has come home.
Oh my god.
Luke Skywalker was saved by his father. Your only family is me, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let it slide.
Okay.
But
thank you.
Very oh my god, awesome.
Yeah.
Palpatine, at this point, or even the Empress Palpatine, and he gestures to the throne, oh my god.
Yeah.
The whole scene, Palpatine and his lines and his Revenge of the Sith, him getting all how he does. Yeah, exactly. How he does.
So he's like, Rey, sacrifice. So he wants, whether his spirit is gonna pass inside of her, so she's gonna be Whether like he'll live inside of her. Apparently, all the Sith will live inside of her.
I think
I don't know if he's lying to her or something.
No, I think he would have manifested inside her because, and I saw this yesterday, and I showed you the picture today. The flashback when Kylo, when Rey's Rey's in the jungle, and Kylo touches Vader's mask, and the whole flashback, which is awesome. Like that trip was awesome.
Yeah. Her training in the beginning is awesome.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But like you hear like Luke from Empire, and you hear Ben, and you hear like all that, and then you see a real quick shot of Dark Rey, and somebody stopped that, and I saw that picture, and somebody froze that, and it's Dark Rey sitting on the throne with white glossed over eyes, white like cloudy eyes like Palpatine has in the movie, in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I think that's the end game if Rey was to strike him down.
Yeah.
I think that's what she would look like. And I think that's how it would manifest. Like, I don't know if it would be Palpatine just manifest. Like I don't know how that would work. But it's kind of cool to think, like, what would have happened if she actually made the sacrifice. You know?
But she doesn't, because she senses a familiar presence coming back.
Love it.
And it's Ben Solo on Exegol with apparently the blaster that Lando gave him as a present in Last Shot.
So, did somebody say that? Or...
I think so. I think it looks like it too. It looks like it looks like Lando's blaster
silver,
from
right?
Solo. Yeah.
So it's all silver. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but
I mean that would be really cool.
I like to think that that's that, and it's not just like a regular first order blaster. Like somehow he kept that
right.
from Uncle Lando.
Right.
And because the
So where did he get it from?
The line says, I don't know where he...
Let me ask you, did he stop? Make a pit stop before Exegol?
Yeah.
Did he bring it to Kefper?
He must have.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to go there with no weapon.
True.
I mean, yeah, he's the Force, but...
I mean,
that doesn't do him well during the Knights of Ren fight. Neither does the blaster, but...
Neither does the blaster, but
took
out some of the guards.
I just like to think it is. I don't care how he got it.
No, I'm fine with that, too.
But Lando says in the thing, like, you know, the kid's going to get in trouble someday. This might, help get him out of it.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, which it does for, like, minimum of amount of time.
Yeah, until...
He pulls the Han backward shot, no look shot, Force Awakens straight up out of there.
I saw that.
And
somebody gifted with the Force Awakens.
He slides around a corner and, like, is looking like, he's looking down the barrel. And then he's running like Han in Battlefront 2. Straight up with the gun... like in his right hand, like up, and then just running like straight up Han Solo. Like it's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then the Knights of Ren are like, "Your boys are back.
Yeah.
Really haven't done anything this whole movie.
This whole idea was your idea."
Yeah.
This whole, didn't really. They were kind of just standing menacingly.
They
were
movie. Integral for the plot because they were following the characters and like,
my knights and I are going hunting for the scavenger.
Yeah, they were following them, and that's how they were keeping on pace with the heroes.
Yeah.
But...
pulled a little Boba Fett out of the asteroid field where they kind of just followed him.
Yeah. Action-wise, even in the Ben fight, didn't do nothing.
I mean, they were touching him up pretty good, especially with all their weapons.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you...
Even before Ben's getting wrecked, he gets force pushed by one of them. They are force sensitive. It's just... limited,
yeah,
which is awesome.
And they all have names, and it's shown in the visual dictionary. It explains everyone. They use the Force in different ways.
Yeah,
like it's not as not as powerful, but they are Force sensitive.
Yeah. So anyway, gets force pushed.
Yep.
He's getting beat up, and then he looks up like straight at you in the camera, and it's like the lighting also like on his face. It's like his face is all beat up, but like the lighting is like.
Messy hair.
You're gonna see the light in him, This is your boy Ben Solo back.
Yeah.
Boy Ben Solo back. Anyway, so and
and
Palpatine's like, do it, make the sacrifice. And Rey's like,
puts the lightsaber behind her head, and Ben Solo brings it out.
Abracadabra.
The Knights of Ren are all looking at each other, and Ben's like. He does the Han shrug, and oh my god.
And then just goes ape.
And then, yeah. Which, and also, like, Ben Solo's fighting style is different than Kylo's. It's very Anakin-esque.
Mm.
And, yeah, finally, Ben Solo is wielding
the Skywalker lightsaber that belongs to him.
That belongs to him.
That belongs to me.
So awesome. That, and then it cuts with Rey, and of course doing her casual lightsaber flips.
And her scavenger music.
Her scavenger music.
So good.
Now, like...
She's forcing blaster particles into other people.
She's stopping them midair and forcing them into other guards.
Force pushing them down onto the ground and force pushing them with a scream.
Yep. And then, like, Ben takes the last one and, like...
forces it away.
Flicks it
and you just see
away.
him behind the body with the lightsaber. And they're just looking at each other, and I'm getting chills right now talking about it. And
then it pans to both of them.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew they were both gonna like put their lightsabers on. I was like, oh my god, this is what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
And they both turned to Daddy Sheev, and then they, you know, it's great. That shot is great.
So good, so well put together.
Yeah.
Stand together, die together.
I do have a gripe with it. Should have been longer. They should have fought more. Maybe not a lightsaber fight because Palpatine wouldn't have a lightsaber because he didn't think that he was going to come back alive. But the fighting is so short.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's it.
I would have liked that too. I would have liked that too. Like the whole...
Like, this is the end of the Skywalker Saga. Give us like a Revenge of the Sith type thing. Like, that's why this doesn't top Sith. Sith is the most epic finale of a Skywalker Saga movie.
You're right.
At me, I don't care.
In different ways.
Different ways, exactly.
So many different ways. It's not just Anakin Obi-Wan. It's, you know, Palpatine, Yoda.
It's the Grandmaster versus the Grandmaster of the Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cut here and there with the music. You don't get better than that. I'm sorry.
It's not gonna happen.
Don't.
And then it ties in perfectly with the the start of the original trilogy. Like it.
Yeah.
Don't at me. It's the best ending of a Star Wars film. Anyway, other than the last 10 seconds of Rogue One. Yeah, so they're like, okay, so what are they going to do? Absolutely nothing. Sheev just takes him up in the air, and he's like, okay,
Yep, he regenerates his power.
Yep.
He's like, damn, these two.
I love the shot of the eyes slowly getting yellow, and you're like, oh my god, Palps is back.
He's back, baby.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like I saw on Twitter, it was like somebody, and it was like, you remember that time that Palpatine saw him losing and he just said no? And it's him bringing, like, holy, like, it was silent and then just boom.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that right there was, like, everything I would have wanted from Palpatine.
That's crazy. And
honestly,
we're not even talking about the space battle, because the space battle, like, it was cool and, like, Snap quickly dies, which is very emotional. But it definitely wasn't on the Rogue One space battle level, even despite its like grand scale, which is weird. It just didn't have that.
I don't know
impact. Like it didn't. There wasn't any like point of view shots like in the X-wing or like on the X-wing like flying like destroying stuff. It's just like, it's a big fight.
Rogue One
plus Rey and Ben are fighting Palpatine. So you're
true. Rogue One's space battle was special, but yeah, I did like this one. I liked it. And I liked it just because I liked the grand scheme of everything. Yeah, I like the scale.
I like the scale of it, but I wanted to see the scale of it. Like I feel like you didn't when the rebellion, or not really rebellion, when the people come, you don't see them fighting at all.
That's true.
You see them like in one shot, like you just see them coming in, and that's it.
Yeah, and then you see them free falling.
yeah, exactly. But before that, Ben about to do a free fall himself.
Yeah.
As I fell, so falls the last Skywalker.
Yep.
Lifts him up and just chucks him out and destroys everyone's hearts.
Yep.
Falls down a pit. I was like, he's not. There's no way, because everyone heard about the pit. Like that was rumored a thing. Like Ben is gonna fall down a pit.
Not me.
It was like all over Twitter before the movie.
Not me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't think he was dead. Not one bit.
Yeah, there was no way they were gonna kill him like that, but he's gone for a while.
he's gone for a while, enough for and Rey's still lying there, right? She's just
lying there,
and Palpatine's like sending the electricity up.
Like he throws him down, and that's when he's like, and then he sends up the lightning, and then like Poe's like, okay, we lost all hope. And literally, like me watching that movie, I'm like, yo, like. How are they going to do this? Like, how are they going to stop him? Like, this is impossible. Like, how are they going to...
He just went Super Saiyan or whatever it's called.
Exactly. Like, like when Rey and Ben are together, I was like, okay, yeah, and then they're gonna take him on, and then that is
just like they took on the guards,
destroyed immediately.
Yeah.
And then Ben goes for a tumble, and then so do the ships in the sky, and I'm like, how are they gonna do this? And the only way you can do this is bring back all the Jedi.
Past. Yeah.
Is with the past.
Which
bring back the past, and they did, even not to a certain extent that I would have liked, but the things that are in this thing, I never would have thought would happen.
Yeah. Did you think we're gonna hear Kanan's voice, Ahsoka's voice?
Definitely not.
Like, there's something to be said about that. And yeah, you've deciphered all of it.
My brother has deciphered everything.
Let's hear it.
I have it here. I'm gonna read it to everyone. This is the definitive. He watched the video a bunch of times. It was, videos and screenshots are all over Twitter. People spoiling this movie is insane too. Like, no regards for anyone on Twitter, but
disgusting.
Yeah, you shouldn't be on Twitter anyway. But still, come on.
Disgusting. Well,
anyway,
it is my Twitter banner background, but I'm not spoiling. Like,
that was like,
that's different,
bro. Like, the movie came out like for one day, and like,
that's what
everything was on
Very
there
true.
already.
Very true.
Okay, so Rey's like, be with me, calls back to the beginning of the movie when she's like, oh, they're not with me. I'm trying to listen to the voices of the Jedi past, which I should have it should have clicked there.
I know.
That, like, it's just the voices, because I was still waiting for the ghosts.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big foreshadow right there.
Yeah. So, anyway, starts with your boy, Ewan McGregor. These are your final steps, Rey. Rise and take them, Obi-Wan. And then the chosen one, whether that really means anything anymore. Anakin Skywalker. We could discuss that later.
Another episode.
No, that's another episode. Anakin, Rey, Hayden Christensen also back. And then Luminara says Rey. I don't know if that's... This is, according to him, it could be Luminara, it could be Ahsoka. I think that was a hard one for him to see which one it was.
Okay.
Next one, Qui-Gon says Rey. Then Anakin says, bring back the balance, Rey, as I did. That was really cool. I didn't hear that the first time watching it, and it makes sense because he did bring back the balance.
You didn't hear that the first
for
time?
20, 25 years. No, I just heard Hayden Christensen and was like, oh my god, this is happening. This is happening. I didn't care what he was saying.
Gotcha.
Luminara, in the light, find the light, Rey. And then Kanan Jarrus from Star Wars Rebels. Who would have thought?
Who?
You're not alone, Rey. And then Yoda. Alone never have you been. And then Qui-Gon, your boy Liam Neeson. Every Jedi who has ever lived lives in you. Anakin again. The Force surrounds you, Rey. That's like probably the loudest one of them all.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like, yeah, give that chosen one.
Exactly.
Ayla Secura, the Blue Twi'lek Jedi. Let it guide you. And then your girl Ahsoka, as it guided us. Ahsoka Tano is canon. She was canon all this time, but she's actually in a Skywalker Saga movie, and she's credited in a Skywalker Saga movie with Ashley Eckstein.
That's true.
Just to think about that, and Freddie Prinze as Kanan. Anyway, Windu, feel the Force flowing through you, Rey. Anakin again, let it lift you. And then Adi Gallia from the Clone Wars series, who gets wrecked by Savage Opress.
Yeah.
Rise, Rey. She starts the Rise chant. And then Qui-Gon's like, we stand behind you, Rey. And then Ben Kenobi, Alec Guinness says Rey. Then Yoda, Rise in the Force. Kanan, this is probably the loudest one of them all, like other than the Force surrounds you, Rey. Kanan says, in the heart of a Jedi lies her strength. And like that, I don't know how I missed that the first time, because I was like, there's so much going on.
I missed that too.
It's so loud. It's great. And then Obi-Wan, Rise. Qui-Gon, Rise. And then Luke, your boy, Rey, the Force will be with you always. And then she gets up, forces Leia's saber to her hand, and Palpatine is about to get wrecked.
Yep. Come on. What do you say to that?
You can't say anything to it because it's awesome. It is the culmination. Like, this is the end of the Skywalker Saga. Yeah, I wish there was more prequel references, maybe prequel planets, maybe prequel characters. Hayden Christensen, Force Ghost, doesn't matter. We still get his voice. He's back in Star Wars. He's gonna be in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. It's fine. I'm holding out hope. It's the only thing I have left now. Skywalker Saga is gone. Bring back Anakin. So, Deborah Chow, I'm relying on you. Okay.
Deborah Chow, your only hope.
Your only hope. Anyway, Anakin's back. Obi-Wan's back. Qui-Gon's back. Windu's back. Ayla Secura. Adi Gallia, Luminara Unduli. Are you kidding me?
And they're all talking to
Rey. And it's not like just like their voices. They're all saying Rey.
Yeah.
Like, just to think,
it's
like
personal.
Hayden,
they're making it personal.
Like Anakin Skywalker saying the name Rey.
I know.
Is hitting me right in the feels.
I know.
It's so cool. So they're all getting, and then she rises, and that's the rise of the title of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Palpatine starts electrocuting you, and then you got that one shot. It's like kind of like a wide shot with the Return of the Jedi throne room like music playing, like the end, like his Sith lightning, shooting her lightsaber, deflecting it, and at least absorbing it as of now. So the ships in the air are fine, and then
you hear it.
Yeah.
You hear the summoning.
Yeah.
You hear the and then boom.
And before that, Sheev says, "I am all the Sith."
Yep.
And then she's like, she's pulling an Iron Man from Endgame.
Yep.
And then you hear the like I saw it with Sea Dog at and he like when she catches the lightsaber, he was like, oh. I was like him doing that the whole time was great. I loved seeing his reaction.
And I'm all the Jedi.
X-Men, and then just like stepping. She's taking steps. Like, I didn't realize the first time. She is taking steps. Like, she's on a mission.
Yeah.
And deflects it, and she's like pushing too. She's pushing the lightning back into his face. Yeah. What created the Emperor's face became his downfall.
Classic Palpatine doesn't know when to stop his lightning.
No, exactly. And then even he does stop, like, after he's literally getting consumed by it, so it's too late. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. That is Palpatine. He wouldn't stop it. He's like, no, I could do this. I'm a Sith. I'm all the Sith.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm all the Jedi.
Not, It's just like, and I love like how his face dissolved like that.
It's a very epic end. It's a very epic end.
Very Star Warsy.
It could have been more epic, but I'm fine with it being epic.
Yep. Yeah.
I'll take the epic on the epic scale. The grand epic is that's Revenge of the Sith style, I know. That's George Lucas level. I don't think we're there yet.
That's balls to the wall.
Yeah. So it's epic. And Sheev goes bye-bye. And then, oh yeah, everything's saved, everyone's saved. And Rey drops the lightsabers. Did you see this coming?
Yeah, yes, but
like literally all the strength that she had. Did the Jedi ghosts see this coming? Like, Rey, go die.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, it would have been a good sacrifice.
I think they did. Yeah. I think they did. Rise, Rey. Rise and, stop this.
We'll stop it, yeah.
And she did.
And it cost her, and just
to see Rey dead on
just
screen.
To see her lifeless, with her eyes open.
With her eyes open. Oh, that's
creepy.
Okay, Disney, I respect it.
I do too.
I'll take it.
I do too.
I love the close shots of the lightsabers in these movies too. We never really got that in like other, like the just close close shots of like the actual hilts. Like when she gets Leia's saber, like you could see the details on the hilt.
I love it.
I feel like other movies haven't really done that.
Oh yeah, I love that.
It's really cool.
I really love
just the close shots of the lightsabers actually falling to the ground, and then her collapsing, and then you're like, oh man.
Did Rey just die?
Hold
on, where's Ben Solo?
Yeah.
And then you see the hand, boom. So
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. There you go.
And yeah. This is the moment that I did not think was gonna happen, but as he kept inching closer and closer and closer to her, I was like, it's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for it.
He's swaddling her.
Oh my god. Even my mom was like, yo, when he was like crawling to her, she just like felt for him like this is crazy, and she's like he's literally holding her lifeless body, her eyes still wide open, and he's looking around for nobody. Like Anakin's too busy having coffee with Obi-Wan and Yoda, like nowhere to be found.
Ray, did you hear something before? 'Cause
I didn't.
I kind of need something now.
I was too busy climbing.
Yeah. Either way, like Ray saved Kylo. And now he's gonna return the favor.
Yeah.
And he knows what he has to do. Takes a deep breath, closes his eyes. No, he doesn't impregnate her. Puts his hand on her stomach.
He impregnates her.
And and her, you see her hand.
And the music like starts when her hand comes on.
Yep.
Like lands on his.
Yep.
And it's just like I wish there was Across the Stars, but this music was okay too. Yeah. I mean, nothing can be Across the Stars. It's impossible.
Right. But then again, Across the Stars was Anakin and Padme's thing.
It was, but
strictly Anakin and Padme's thing.
This could have been the. This could have been the.
They should have had their own theme.
Reverse Amidala. Anyway,
I guess. Yeah. I guess Han and Kira had their own theme, and I dug that too.
That's true.
But
that was good.
Yeah. All that aside, he saved her.
Yeah. And she's like, Ben. Her smile is pure joy.
The most...
Oh, my God.
And just the most innocent...
I'd die for her, too.
The most innocent, like, Ben.
Yeah.
Like, just...
Ben. Like, she's so relieved that...
Like,
that
if your heart
Ben.
is not crumbled yet, like, just wait.
Yeah. Just wait 2 more seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 more seconds, because that kiss was lengthy. I like that.
The kiss was lengthy.
That kiss was for the Reylos.
And then he's, like... Ben Solo, like, Kylo Ren smiled. Ben Solo smiled.
Ben Solo smiles.
So
and
weird.
then after the kiss, he smiles with his teeth. You see his teeth.
So, it was very weird to see at first, but it was, like, everything I asked for.
Yeah.
Like, you know, both of us, along with, like, all of the
Star
internet.
Wars is a romance.
It's a romance. The sequel trilogy was missing romance.
Yeah.
We were ready for this.
Yeah.
I don't know if some people were not ready for this,
and we weren't Reylos before I got on Twitter. I didn't really know it was a thing. I didn't really know it was that.
The Last Jedi is really what solidified me, like,
believing that
Kylo and Rey have something going.
But there's been Reylos since Force Awakens.
There has, yeah.
Which is very interesting. I don't know.
Which is very interesting.
I mean, you know, enemies to lovers. Whenever you're gonna have a female, you know, villain or hero, and then a male villain or hero, it's always gonna be there.
Yeah. It just doesn't matter though, because the
Especially
stakes are so high, and they're bringing each other back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would kiss her.
Yeah.
I would kiss him. Like.
And she kisses him too, so it's not like he kisses her.
Yeah.
She kisses him. She's like, the way she like looks at his mouth and like goes in. Man.
After she legit grabs his face and like...
Just like Han.
Just like
it's
Han.
like Han touching his right cheek.
Yeah. I think she grabbed both cheeks and just went in.
Caresses it, and then he like pulls her in closer. It's great. It's very great.
Yeah. And then Ben died. Then so
our hearts were ripped out right out of our bodies.
So Reylo was a thing for like 1.5 seconds, or however long the kiss lasted.
Nah, he had 3 movies.
Yeah,
he had 2 movies.
Yeah, but like actual Reylo.
Thing. Like they're kissing, they're making out.
Yeah,
maybe no tongue, but still. I've seen memes where
that was probably both of their first kisses.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, because Ben started training with Luke at age 10. Yep. So unless he was, like, macking with some students at the temple, which I don't know if that was Luke's Jedi code.
True.
And Rey probably
It's got to be your sister, though. You can only kiss your sister.
Yeah, exactly.
And Ben, you don't have one, so...
Ben, you don't have one. And maybe Rey was macking it with some, you know, Jakku scavenger boys.
Okay, no. We're not
oh, my God.
I'm sorry, I didn't even brought that
up. Oh, my. That's disgusting. You're disgusting. Anyway, so
either way, I think that was their first, like, you know, real, like...
It's true love's kiss.
It's true love's kiss.
That's what it is.
It really is. And I thought it was perfect. People in my theater, we heard...
you heard yays, you heard no, you heard what the hell, you heard, are you kidding me? You're like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah. I was the one who said, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's Star Wars for you.
It really is. And I liked hearing that. Again with this movie, like, you can't win because all the Reylos, they loved the kiss. Then they hated when Ben died.
Yeah.
Not to worry, we're still flying half a ship. And then the anti...
I just got that meme. Yeah,
did you?
I actually received the message, but I like looked at it and I was like, oh, that's funny.
Oh.
But then like I looked at it again, I was like, oh my God, like half a relationship ship.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Come on, boy.
Too soon.
Okay. And then the anti-Reylos are like, oh my God, this kiss is forced. I hate this kiss. And so that's why they didn't like the movie too. So you can't win.
Yeah.
They like, you can't make everybody happy.
Or, you know, I'm not gonna say reasonable. I'm gonna say other people like us.
Yeah.
We're Reylos.
Yep.
But Ben died, and we're like, okay, he died.
Respected it. Yeah. I respected the decision that JJ made. And listen, I would probably rage more if Rey died than if Ben died. And not just because she's gorgeous, but because she's the hero. She like what she did compared to what Kylo Ren has done in his life. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Yes, Anakin was redeemed, but he died too.
Yeah.
But yes, he was older, but he died too.
And it would have been unique to see him live and them live happily ever after and fulfill that Amidala on Naboo and have twins named Jaina and Jason. Yeah, that would have been awesome. And I would have been down with that too. Obviously.
I would have too.
But at the end of the day, that's not canon anymore.
At the end of the day, you have
to
sacrifice.
accept it. Star Wars has always been a tragedy, and we've always had hope that it's going to get better.
Yeah.
And it just tears us down.
Yeah.
But that's what makes it so good. Star Wars is a tragedy. It's always been a tragedy.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, I understand, everyone wishes that Ben lived and, we actually got happiness at the end. But at the end of the day, it's Star Wars, so you got to remind yourself that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they will rip your favorite character. Yeah. And, like you said, it's a tragedy.
And he could have survived. He didn't have to go back to the Resistance. He could have survived. He could have been waiting for her on Tatooine or Naboo, and then she would have met him. But that would have been weird, her going back and forth to her actual real friends.
Yes.
And then Ben,
it would have been very weird. Oh hey Poe, I tortured you. Oh hey Finn, I probably tortured you too. It's just it's very weird. It's a big what if. It's cool to think about that kind of stuff. But it's just
it's very sad though. I understand somewhat of the rage,
and I for a split second,
because Ben was abused. He was manipulated, but that was Anakin. Anakin was literally the same thing.
Yeah. It's hey, you want to be like your grandfather, there you go. You have it's sad how tragic your story is.
Kylo killed a bunch of innocent just civilians, villagers in the first 10 minutes of the first movie.
Kylo's done a lot, but
kill them all.
Yeah.
Anakin kills kids, but they both did terrible stuff.
Yes, they both did terrible stuff. Anakin's done worse, but Ben Solo sacrifice just think of it in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. The sacrifice, he saved Rey.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go out one way, that's how you go out.
And last thing I just want to touch upon. He gives. My other brother pointed this out to us one night. We were walking to a Sunoco.
That same night. Opening night.
Because I wasn't really down with it. Because Rey's a Palpatine. She's a Palpatine. She's the only one alive. All the Skywalkers are dead. I don't like this. I don't like her taking the name because she's a Palpatine.
Yeah.
But Rey died a Palpatine, and she rose a Skywalker.
Yeah.
Ben's life force is in my headcanon inside of Rey. Because he gave his life for Rey. His life force, his Skywalker life force, solo life force is inside of Rey. And she died a Palpatine, and she rose a Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker. Come at me, bros. Let's go.
It's great. It's just it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
He gave her, his life force.
Yeah. Even though I read the leaked scene of her taking the Tatooine scene. I read all that. The leak a year ago. So I got spoiled on that.
Yeah. So
it's terrible.
Yeah. I still don't know how.
Because then because I was I hate that. I don't want that to happen. And then I had that in my mind. So when it happened, I was oh, they actually did that. Yeah, if I didn't know about it, I'd be okay, that's interesting. But
sorry that had to happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm stupid. It's fine. Whatever.
Either way, Rey goes back to Tatooine.
Yeah.
She buries Luke and Leia's lightsaber.
Yep.
And she takes on the name Skywalker. And you see Leia and Luke.
Yeah.
There is a Force ghost, and it ends with her and BB-8.
Yeah.
And the twin sunset.
I mean that is the classic Star Wars shot. You knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Where Ben is, we don't know.
Yeah.
But I saw a tweet it wouldn't make sense if her taking the Skywalker name if Ben's standing there because he's a solo technically.
Yeah.
So it'd just be weird. He has a Skywalker blood. But it'd be weird to see him next to Luke because they're still not on good terms.
Was Anakin and Obi-Wan though?
No, but they weren't standing next to each other.
Okay, all right.
Well, Ben would be standing next to Leia, and Luke would be on the other side. So that would be that would be the same thing.
Yeah.
So I am confused why Ben is not there as a Force ghost if he transformed into the Force, unless my headcanon he's still living inside of Rey. They are one. They are died in the Force. They are one, not died anymore because that's gone. Palpatine took that away from them.
Yeah.
Which is canon, by the way.
Yep.
So they're one.
That's cool, and I'm fine with that. Yeah. No,
because they're not died anymore. Palpatine took that. He took that bond from them. That's why everyone's saying they're a dyad. They should both be living. Palpatine took it away from them.
Yeah. That's how he resurrected.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
we don't know everything about the Force, but still, like...
It's gone. Their
Yeah.
diet is gone.
Yeah.
And
I'm fine
Yeah.
with that conclusion, with
Yeah.
her taking up that name. And I don't know what's taking everybody so aback. Like, I knew that was going to happen. The rise of Skywalker. Who else was going to rise? Yes, Ben Solo was going to rise, but was he going to take the name Skywalker? I knew Rey was going to be a Skywalker, metaphorically or physically.
yeah. Or like the Jedi would just call it Skywalkers.
Skywalkers.
That was the only theories left, right?
I like this more. I like this more than her calling her new order Skywalkers.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's dumb. But Anakin rising would be the ideal one. But
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
It's not his trilogy.
It's not his trilogy. Should be his saga though. Anyway, Fall of Anakin Skywalker, Redemption of Anakin Skywalker, Legacy of Anakin Skywalker. Come at me. Get out of here. Plagueis should have been the villain of the sequel trilogy. That came out of left field. Did it though?
He just, like...
Yeah, but we're happy with the trilogy overall. Happy with it. Yeah, it could have been better, but everything could have been better.
Yeah, prequels could have been better.
Yeah.
Original trilogy
Anakin and
better.
Padme balcony scene could not exist, but it exists, so, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, true.
We just gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
And all the stories that'll come out. We still got Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi, TV show coming soon. That's gonna be dope.
Yep.
That's pretty much it for now. Clone Wars is coming back, which is awesome.
2, yeah,
I get my Anakin dose.
Yeah, you get your dose of Anakin. We get to see leading up to or into Revenge of the Sith. Like, that's awesome. Ahsoka's back.
Yeah. And also, last thing.
Yeah.
Ben saved the one he loved. Anakin couldn't do that. That power was always on the light side of the Force.
Yeah.
He used the light side to revive her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's probably looking down like, wow.
Damn.
Sheev
got me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's proud. Even though he wasn't there to save them. Or transfer his essence as a Force ghost to help Rey, and then they could live happily ever after, and then Anakin would cease to exist forever.
But then would that take away from Rey's story? Yes.
No, yeah, it would. Yeah.
So
that's true. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us on this podcast episode. Always two there are lengthy Rise of Skywalker discussion. We are satisfied with the conclusion. We both understand if people aren't satisfied, but it's no need to write on Twitter. It's not going to affect anything.
I'm sorry. I feel sorry for you guys.
Signing any petitions is not going to do anything.
Nope.
Neither did it do anything to remake The Last Jedi, so
nope.
What's the point?
Nope.
They are donating. Reylos are donating to the Arts and Armed Forces, which is dope.
Oh, that's good.
That was, because that was compared to bullies of Last Jedi bullying Kelly Tran.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That is good. But there's still other people out there, with
super toxic.
With their titles, bombs Lucasfilms.
That's never going to go away.
Lucasfilms is not even a thing. It's called Lucasfilm. Capital L, no space. Anyway, so adding to the Tatooine scene, just wanted to mention the yellow lightsaber that we see.
Yes.
Rey flicks it on her newly created double staffed hilt.
It's got to be a double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, it's long.
Freaking awesome.
It's very long.
I love the yellow. I love it coming from her staff.
Yeah.
I think it's very, Do
you want to point out the thing that you noticed that you think is possible?
Okay. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's really just me noticing that, and I have a gif of it too.
Yeah.
When she flicks it, which the ignition to it is awesome. It's never seen before. It's not a button. You actually turn it.
Which could be the reason why.
Which could be the reason.
Theory is possible.
But right above that, you see the lightsaber spark to life and it turns green and then blue and then ignites yellow. You see a green and blue spark right above it, which I noticed the first view.
It's like a strip of color.
Yeah, I don't know why I noticed that. But it's a strip of color that turns from green to blue or blue to green, one of those two.
I think it's green-blue, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd like to think that maybe it has to do with the kyber crystal. Maybe it's Luke's 2 kyber crystals or something like that. Or maybe,
So she could change the color of her lightsaber.
Can she change the color of her lightsaber?
Is there multiple kyber crystals in that thing? And then, the switching is just switching on, which color she wants.
Well, if it's double-bladed, there has to be.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but...
But, yeah.
Then
honestly, we don't know.
Then there'd be 6. If there's three.
Then there
if it's just yellow, blue, and green.
Yeah.
doesn't like purple like that.
Just a little something that I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
you know,
it's interesting.
I'll think about this for the next 20 years.
It could just be the spark or the
Yeah. It could just
until
be
they come out with episode 10.
how it's ignited. Yeah.
No, I don't want it. End of the Skywalker Saga.
This is the end of the Skywalker
also,
Saga.
Yeah. So, and it also the yellow lightsaber symbolizes that's the Jedi Guard.
Yeah.
So she's defending the honor of the Jedi. Like she's a guardian of the Jedi legacy, and she's probably gonna carry it on. So like if they do make a Rian Johnson trilogy or a trilogy or a movie 1,000 years later, the Jedi will be back. They will be stronger than ever.
Grandmaster Rey.
She'll be dead by then, like 1,000 years later. Maybe the bloodline wouldn't be Dark Rey.
Oh god!
But then that would just ruin everything. Anyway,
no.
You can't have her anywhere. Even though I would love a Rey movie again.
I would too, but
it's never gonna happen.
We got what we got.
Yeah. And also, I want to thank for the Reylos out there who are very upset over Ben dying. Coming from the Grandmaster Yoda himself, mourn them, do not miss them, do not. For the ones who transfer into the Force, that Ben is one with the Force. He is smiling down on Rey or outside of Rey because he's inside of her, because he's part of her now, which is canon in my head.
Yeah. And I mean, we still got Babu Frick, so.
And Babu Frick is alive, so we got that going for us.
Alive and well.
Hey!
Droid is ready!
Droid is ready!
The podcast is ending now!
Yeah, that pretty much wraps up everything we wanted to cover, I guess. Thanks, everyone, for joining the podcast. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And, again, we don't want to discourage anyone from, watching Star Wars or interacting with Star Wars and sharing your opinions.
Everyone's got their own opinion. This is just ours.
Yeah, this is just ours. And if you're gonna rage out it like on Twitter, do it.
Yeah, come on. Just think of other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, to an extent.
Yeah, exactly. But
don't ruin the movie for other people.
Yeah. Anyway, even if you didn't like it, you got a bunch of other Star Wars coming out.
Yeah.
Mandalorian
You'll
was
find
awesome.
something you like.
You'll find something eventually.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Okay. Anyway.
Then there's Star Trek.
Maybe Star Trek. Get out of here.
No, I've never seen any Star Trek.
I watched the movie yesterday, and then some guy was like, "Oh yeah, Star Trek." When a long time ago,
oh my god,
came on. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that sums it up. Follow us on the socials, and
see you for the Mando episode.
See you for the Mando review. May the Force be with you always.